Good morning, beautiful souls. How are you today? I hope you are fine. I'm fine. It's beautiful weather here, so I am happy. The sun is shining. And today I wanted to talk to you about um, what it is that I do. I am a shadow worker. Let's keep it at that. I work in the shadow. And what is our shadow? Our shadow are the parts of ourselves that we deny, that we suppress, that are not accepted by society, that we don't like, and parts of ourselves that we don't even know about because we haven't been taught about our shadow. We haven't been taught about what's all in there. We only think it's trauma and negativity in our shadow because when we experience our shadow, it's always dark and negative and showing us things that we don't like about ourselves or our life. So I work in that shadow. I help people who are struggling with problems in their life, um, limiting thoughts, beliefs, or blockages that they are experiencing in specific parts of their life. I help them with that by going into their shadow with them and healing whatever is causing that blockage or that suffering, what they are experiencing right now. I know the shadow is not really talked about in the spiritual world. It's being talked about more, but not to the extent that it needs to be talked about. And I wasn't eager to get on here and talk about it also because we only love light, love and light, and it has to be airy and great, but life isn't always great, and life has darkness. And to understand your darkness and to understand what you're up against in your blockages or in the suffering that you are experiencing, you need to understand the shadow. You need to understand your shadow and what's in there and help heal them so you can have the life that you want. Because we're all here to live a happy life, to have this great experience. That's why we all came here. We didn't come here to suffer. We didn't come here to stay in line and do as we are told. We all feel that, but we, or maybe don't know how to break free. And your freedom is in your shadow. I don't know if you've heard this before, but your freedom is in your shadow. Because in this realm of duality that we're living in, you've got light and darkness. And it's not like it's light and darkness alone, it's conscious and unconscious. It's your conscious and unconscious mind, your consciousness and your subconscious. And everything is what you deny or what you suppress or what you just don't want to be there goes into your shadow. It can't go anywhere else. It doesn't disappear because it's still inside this vessel. It's still an energy that's attached to you. So to release the blockages that you are experiencing. You have to go into your shadow. You have to ask yourself questions like, why am I experiencing this? And what is this situation or this person trying to tell me, teach me about me? Because everything here is about you. All the experiences you're having is about you. All the people you are meeting and experiencing is about you. Everything and everyone is a mirror to you. And in some situations, it's hard to accept that it's you because you're trying your best. You're doing everything you know to do in your power to have the experience that you want. But still, things are not going as you want. You are not having the experience that you want. You're not attracting the people, kind of people in your life that you want. And you're wondering how I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything in my power to do and get what I want. But I still don't get what I want. And that's where it gets tricky because, like Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that's how this world works. It's how it's been set up. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. The fact that I'm speaking right now is energy in motion, it's frequency in motion, it's vibration. There comes a vibration from my vocal cords. When you speak, your vocal cords vibrate, which creates a frequency, which is energy that moves from your mouth into space so others can hear you, so you can hear yourself. But as everything is frequency and vibration and energy, everything has a certain frequency. So do you. You have a core frequency that you vibrate on. But you also have things you have experienced, or things that you're eating, or the air that you're breathing, or everything has frequency. And your frequency can go up and it can go down. If you're in negativity, you feel that everything is heavier. Why? Because the frequency goes down. When you are happy, you feel that too because your frequency goes up. You feel lighter, you feel more joyous, you feel more pleasurable. Well, while you're mad, you're angry, you're frustrated, uh, you're sad, you're afraid, those are lower vibrational frequencies. And you feel those as lower also because you feel that they're heavier. And where people get confused usually is that they think that because they act happy, that they convince themselves that they are happy where they are and that they um, are doing their best and that they are expecting life to go a certain way and it doesn't go that way, they start blaming everything and everyone around them because it's not me. I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything I can. I got the education. I got the friends. I got the job. I got the things that was promised to me that if I got those things, I would be happy. But you're not happy. So what's going on? And you're not attracting the right people into your life. At least not the people that you want to. So what's going on? Well, here is where frequency comes in, because it's not about what you think what is what you need and what will come to you. You attract like minded, like yoked frequency. If you vibrate here, you attract what's vibrating on the same level. If you vibrate here, but you want to attract what's vibrating here, you can't, because you have to align with that what what it is that you want. It's not about gathering, it's about aligning. And if even though you got the receipts, you got the degrees, you got the job, you got everything you they said that you needed to be happy, and you did that and you followed the rules, and you're still not happy, and you don't understand why, it's because you are not aligned vibrationally with that what it is that you want. And then maybe you'll ask, okay, but how do I align? That's by healing. Healing what's in your shadow. Healing what that which is blocking you to raise your frequency to the level that you want to vibrate on. And how do you heal? Now, look at the problems that you are experiencing. Look at the people that you have around you. And the first thing that's going to help, really help, is be honest with yourself. Because yes, I understand that if you have a degree, you have the job, you say I did anything right, everything right, but I'm still attracting lovers that don't treat me or see me as I want to be seen, then there is a conviction, a belief, a program, or a trauma in which you believe that you are not worthy of the love that you believe you deserve. Maybe you're afraid of love. Maybe you believe you're unworthy. Maybe you believe you're not enough. Even though you have the credentials, if you believe that you are not worthy, you are not enough, you are not perfect enough, then you are not vibrating on the frequency of someone who believes that they are worthy, they are enough. You get what do you see? Because even though if you got the credentials on paper in this 3D world, your frequency speaks differently. It's the same with a lack mindset. If you believe that you have to struggle for money or to have to struggle in life, that you have to struggle to survive, if you got a struggle mentality, you will keep struggling. You will keep attracting situations and people that will make sure that you keep struggling because that's what you believe. You have to heal, release those limiting thoughts and beliefs, programs, illusions, and karmic imprints to free yourself of all those lower vibrational thinking and frequencies for you to rise your core frequency to where it needs to be for you to attract what it is that you want. Everything is like attracts like, and that's not been taught in schools, and that's on purpose. So I had to discover this for myself. I had to dive into my shadow. I've always been diving into the shadow, but been diving into the shadow and discovered these things, this knowledge, which I am now bringing back to share with you, so you may understand that how this realm works. It's not really all of how this realm works, because the deeper I go down the rabbit holes, the stranger it gets. This place is weirder than fiction. It's stranger than fiction. It's the more I seem to understand, the less I seem to understand. The less I seem to understand. Because I've always known. That's the thing. I've always known. I didn't know how I knew. I just knew inside, deep inside. I've always known the truth. And I would speak the truth. But because I had no evidence, and plus I was a child, people around me weren't listening. They were thinking I was crazy. But now, in this age of information and things, I can find more information of my knowing and bringing that forth. But shadow, it's a very interesting place. The shadow, I know now why they kept us away from our shadow. Because if you dive into your shadow and you go deep enough, you will discover how powerful you are. You will discover that you are this multidimensional being, spiritual being having this human experience. You will discover how powerful you are. And that's what the power at B doesn't want you to know. But I am here to give you the scopes. And I am here to help you heal, because I will be sharing healings on this channel also. It's a different way of healing. I haven't seen it come by, and it's a gift that I have, that I've discovered in my shadow. When I was healing my shadow, I have discovered it in my healing. Yes, in my shadow. It came through, and I noticed, like, what is this that I'm doing? And then I would ask my guys, can you show me something in the 3D, if it exists already, what it is? And then they would guide me to something in the 3D that existed already, and I could see what it is that I am doing. And that's the same as what I'm doing here on this channel. I am healing with self-directed compassion. I'm now using the method of Edward Mannix, the compassion key, because I am in development. So I'm using what's in front of me right now, but it will evolve into something else, because that's what happened with every tool that I have encountered and have discovered in myself, and it keeps evolving. So this also will keep evolving as I am using it more and more and more on this channel, besides my clients. So I am excited. If you want to experience the type of healing that I am doing, you can watch the other videos. I will title them with healing session, so that you will know that it's a healing session and for what it is. I will put that in the title also. Yeah, that is it for now. I want to thank you if you made it this far. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like the content that I create, like and subscribe. and maybe comment if you have a comment about what I am talking about here. I would like to connect with you, and I wish you all a very nice day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.